Hey, it's Tuesday, November 10th, 2020. I just actually made um, an update video to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel. I hit 100 subscribers yesterday, and I'm like blown away by the support that I have been getting. So thank you so much. And this is so I had um, when I started this channel, if you happen to be watching it at some point other than November 2020, it was started in October 2020, and there were videos that were back recorded, and I have been updating it in chunks. And currently, as of today, November 10th, the videos that are live on the video on the channel is back in October. So none of this is going to make any sense to you if you're watching it at some point in the future, but this is the update video that I'm making actually for November 10th, 2020. I haven't gotten in front of the camera for some time, actually, like this. And there's a number of reasons for that, and I would have talked about that in that previous video. But yeah, a lot's changed in the last couple of weeks since my first chemo treatment. Some of my routines have changed. Some of my focus has changed around thinking about energy, how I'm feeling. Are there things that I can do to help prevent certain things like mouth sores? And so I've been very focused on like oral hygiene stuff, and that's I think it's sort of interesting, I guess, in that I think in a larger sense, because so much of what's going on feels so completely out of my control, I realize that there are things that I look forward to be able to control in some way, right? Right now, like this idea of like keeping myself free of mouth sores as much as possible, and if there are ways that I could prevent that and feel like I have some level of control over it, I think that that is part of like where I'm currently focused, or some of my energy is currently focused. Alongside that, I don't know how to put it into words exactly, but I'm trying to get my entire being around what's happening for me and what it I don't know necessarily what it means, but how to think about things now. Like it's changed in since my diagnosis and since my prognosis, and there's something in my way of thinking and feeling about what's been happening that it just feels like this giant question mark, and I would like to have some sense of maybe it's another kind of thing around control or something like that, like, because it is something in fact that I can control, like how I'm thinking about what's happening for me now and in the future, how I face what's happening for me now and in the future, how where, like, what place am I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to figure something out. And the one thing I can say is that I had currently or recently come across a Zen Buddhist teacher who I don't know how exactly he like how he so he has been talking about and teaching about and demonstrating and working with folks in hospice, folks who are facing end of life facing their end of life in various number of ways. And I think currently his work is in working with caregivers, professionals who are providing end-of-life care. And his name is Frank Ostiewski. I know that I don't have that right. And it's been actually the fact that I can even kind of cobble together his last name is actually a feat, because for some reason it just wasn't sticking in my head for the last couple of days since I discovered him. But so that's been his focus. That's been his life's work. Zen Buddhism is one of the tenets is about impermanence, and in his particular focus in his teachings have been around end of life, or incorporating the knowledge and reality of end of life in anyone's life. But so there's something about his teachings, there's something about his experiences and what he's able to speak on based on his experiences that I am currently I'm reading his work, Five Invitations is the book name of his book. And I'll link it down below in the description if you're interested in checking it out. And it feels like it's the right direction to what I'm looking for. Whatever this question mark that I currently have within me right now, it feels like this is sort of toward that, to give me something that that I can not answer, but that it'll help support me in the whatever unsettledness or questions or something that I'm currently sort of mentally and emotionally managing, spiritually managing right now. So sometimes, now that I know that people are watching, I'm like, oh, I got it, like just been rambling on about these things, and I think that I'll try not to get too self-conscious about it, but that's what's going on. There's some amazing things that's been going on this week. My friend Akiko, she had been self-isolating for the last couple of weeks, so she and I can spend time together, and yesterday we had such an amazing day. We went out to a town, I believe it's a town, called Erin, near a place called Orangeville that's close to Toronto. And yesterday, November 9th, here in Toronto, in Ontario, was beautiful, just beautiful weather-wise, amazing. And we went out for a drive, we had a nice lunch, we talked, we hung out. It was so amazing, and so thankful for her and her family. Been amazing to us and so generous to us that I can't even. And so I'm gonna have a few more days with her this week before my next round of chemo. On Friday, if I haven't mentioned that. So that's what's happening on Friday. Today, I'm going into the hospital to get my blood work done and I guess touch base with the oncology team just so that they can get a sense of how I'm doing. And I think I might have mentioned in a previous video, I had a modified version of my chemotherapy a couple of weeks ago. I think that they're maybe adding an additional chemotherapy drug to my treatment this week, or they're going to be doing it the following week, or I'm not quite sure. I'll ask that question today, which I'm actually pretty nervous about. But that's so I'm going into the hospital today to just check in, and so that's what's happening. But otherwise, have a few more days where I'll have an opportunity to spend time with Akiko, which is really excited about that. And just, I think also giving Joe a break. I think that it's we're a good team, and he's amazing. But I know it's hard, and none of us are perfect, and we're both trying best. But one of the things that really is really hard for me is this idea that people are hurting and people are in pain because of what's happening for me, and that hurts. That hurts me too, and it's intense. Like we have like great folks around us, but in terms of family, immediate family, it's he and I, and we're doing what we can. But I love him. I love him so much, and I know he loves me too. And we've, so the other day, a couple days ago, it was Alex Trebek had passed away a couple days ago from stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and I think roughly about a year and a half after he originally shared his diagnosis. And the guy just firstly, I didn't know that I knew that he had been diagnosed with cancer a year and a half ago, but I didn't realize that it was pancreatic. And there was something about it that really, just hearing about the news, and I hope for all the love and care for his family. But in terms of like what it meant to me, there was this shock, or there was something raw about it. And we were doing some stuff, just closing down my office. And when I came upon that news on social media, and Joe had been doing all this work to help me get the office done and closed up. We're almost there, but he was doing a lot of work, and he was in. He was not in the room with me at the time, and he came in a few minutes later, and I kind of snapped at him for something, and then I stopped and I said, "I'm sorry, that wasn't about that. It wasn't about you. That was about, because I just found out about Alex Trebek, and it just feels really emotional and raw." And he said, "You're not Alex Trebek." And that was the perfect thing to say, but it's a hard thing for us, for both of us. I'm not Alex Trebek, but I'm also someone diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and there's going to be a lot of stuff. So, I guess I just wanted to mention how much I love him, how much I love you, Joe. One of the reasons I think that he had encouraged me to have this channel is so that he'll always have a place that maybe he can go to if he ever so chose, to know that I'm there, that I'm here, And I always will be for you. Okay. This red eye here, I took a shower, got some shampoo in my eyes. That's the reason why this eye is a little red today. Yeah. So on that note, thank you so much, everyone, for your support and for sending me messages, comments, just feeling the love and care and maybe the think shrink that you have been sending. I appreciate every single one. And I send you love and care back, and please, please have some of that love and care for yourself and for those that you love and care for in your life, and because it's important, because that's what's real. On that note, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you again real soon.